dum 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 dum
Space between, space between, space between, space between.
Why, hello. I'm Pat Shand, or as I'm known now, Mr. Buy It Now.
That was very exciting.
Thank you.
I'm Amy Shand.
So I'm Mr. Buy It Now, right? Because recently we've had to buy essential items from eBay. Okay? Things I've bought from eBay. Paper towels. Things I've bought from eBay. Hand sanitizer many times. Wet wipes. Okay? Not the kind for your... right? The kind for...
Clorox ones.
Yeah, like...
Disinfectant wipes.
That's the one, sanitizing wipes. Recently, okay? These are all items that we need, items that we can no longer get at stores, and I've taken to buying them on eBay for $20, $50, $70, over $100.
Crazy amounts of money, yeah.
Yeah, so that's what it is, right? That's what it is.
It's a pandemic.
How are you?
It's a crisis.
How are you today? Okay.
Good. Kind of tired. Less energy than the rest of the week.
Ooh, doesn't bode well, you know? Doesn't bode well.
It's okay. I'm in a decent mood, though.
Yeah? That's good. Congratulations.
Thank you. How are you?
I'm good. How am I today? I'm good. The thing about today is that I have ideas for our topics.
Yeah.
Some of the topics are a little serious, though. And I don't know how I feel about that. You know?
How you feel about it, or
Yeah.
how you think I'm going to feel about it?
I'll go, fuck how you're going to feel about
Okay.
it. Okay? Because, like, it's serious on my part. I don't know what you're going to say or talk about.
I'm down if you are, but if you don't want to, then...
We have comments in the live stream from Randall Begins. Yo, 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 here I am.
Hello.
Derek Markovic. Yo, Pat and Amy.
Hello, Derek.
Randall Begins says, you guys could use a Mentos, the fresh maker. What does that mean?
Does it have to do with us rapping?
Does it got to do with Amy's breath right now? Because
I am drinking coffee.
Zach O'Connor comments, good evening, Pat and Amy.
Hey, Zach. Thanks so much for being amazing.
Yes, that is actually one of the topics for today. I wanted to say, just at the top of the Kickstarter. No, the top of the podcast. Wow, I'm getting my words. Joe Biden.
You pulled a George Bush.
Yeah, George Bush, yeah. It's crazy how many politicians have those problems.
It's because I think it's because they never wanted to be entertainers by any means or on like stage, but it just comes with the territory of doing that job.
Yeah. Whoa. Our cat Odo right now is
Unless
going...
they're Barack Obama, then they're so good at it.
Yeah, Barack Obama is just...
He's a superstar to me.
His skills as an orator are just beyond, you know? Yeah. Here's the thing about these politicians, right? And I'm going to name drop right now, okay? When I was on Charlemagne the God's podcast with him and Andrew Schultz, Brilliant Idiots, I saw him go from... The Breakfast Club is in the same office, right? The same building as Brilliant Idiots. So watching him go from Breakfast Club to Brilliant Idiots to in between a meeting with me, taking a phone call, just always working, always on, I was stunned at how he hasn't been canceled because of this. He is someone who is on air almost 24/7, and just if you put a microphone in front of me for that amount of hours, just the amount of things that I would say that I don't mean, I can't even count. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, it's just stunning watching someone be able to maintain composure and to maintain a message while always being on, right? Why did I say?
So anyway, Zach.
Oh, no, not yet, okay? But politicians, right? Largely, they're nerds, okay? They're nerds who they have to try and do that even more. They have to always be speaking, always be on, And I think that explains a lot of these gaffes that, one, George Bush has, and two, Joe Biden has. People think that Joe Biden has dementia. The truth is, Joe Biden has a stutter, okay? And Joe Biden is using his second, third, fourth choice of word in place of the word that he's going to say and can't say because he's going to stutter. And people don't know that because they don't know how it is to have a stutter. And they think that he's saying all these egregious things on purpose or because his brain is failing. What it is because, and he's spoken about having a stutter in the past, and it's not widely known. But yeah, he has a stutter, and he's using his possible last choice of word, and he's thinking it up at the final moment. As he's about to speak, he's feeling that he can't say, for example, book, and instead he says pamphlet or just a stupid example, But yeah, I thought that was something that was worth talking about for a second after that came up, because it's kind of crazy seeing so many people think that he has dementia when really he has a very common impediment. And it's just not widely spoken about, and it doesn't cover for any of his failings as a candidate. He's not my choice candidate as far as the Democrats go. I would have gone with a few other candidates before him. I don't even want to talk about who, because it's not even a chance anymore, But he wouldn't be my choice. But I also think it's not fair, as someone who does stutter, that he's being portrayed as someone who has dementia because he has a stutter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and just in general, I feel that happens in politics and in general is people make assumptions about about the people that are up on stage speaking when they don't take into account like nervousness and it being like a thing in itself to speak and like perform so and so in front of such a large group of people. It really does kind of mess with your brain a little bit, and it's hard to do. It's a skill in itself. So
yeah, and like people don't understand. So many famous people have stutters, like 50 Cent. Where do you think the G unit came from?
Isn't that in his song?
Yeah. Oh, I mean, he doesn't really have a stutter, but I thought it was worth just,
For some reason, I thought it's a different rap song maybe.
It would have came up in Coming Up. I was confused. Mama kissing a girl. Cold world. That song would have had that stutter in there. I feel if he was going to come out of the classic.
Good one.
We have comments here, and I'm going to get to the Zach thing. I'm going to get to the Kickstarter thing. We have comments from Lydia Bacon says, "Oh shit, oh lord." Ray De La Rosa says, "Love the funky mic." Randall says, "No, it's a play on when you guys said you need a moment." Lee Farnsworth says, "Hey, Bud and Amy. Hey, man. Randall, remember those Mentos commercials when people were trying to do stuff, but there were obstacles, and then they figured it out with the help of Mentos?" Hey, Randall, you old. Okay?
I do remember those, though.
Derek says, "Charlemagne, he better put some respect on Birdman's name." Randall says, "I do like the Nerds candies. Does his stutter make him confused on who he's talking to and where he is?" No, but see, you're also... All those gaffes, look back to them. Think, if he can't say the word that he wants to say, could that be a result? Could that be the cause of this result? That's all I'm saying.
Also, there can be other reasons that you don't like a candidate, but I would say that just take what Pat is saying about the stutter in general to heart, because he actually has a stutter and has, like, when he was younger, I think you went to like classes to fix it, which is why sometimes people don't know that you have one, but it's kind of like it takes one to know one sort of thing. So you are better at keying and out those specific moments. Yeah. And it might take someone else longer. And even if they even just wanted to look into it. Yes. But yeah, it's just something that you notice. See, I notice speech impediments too. Like, I swear.
Oh, dude, this pissed me off. Okay.
That this podcaster, writer, super smart guy, I swear, like, up and down that he has a special thing with his speech. That
the way you say it.
Because I don't know if it actually is an impediment or whatever. His L's sound so different to me. They're, like, harder, or, like, there's, like, an R sound before them or something. Yeah. And I always try and point it out to Pat when I'm watching the videos, but he doesn't see it. He can't hear it. And he doesn't think it exists.
No, I think that what you're talking about exists. I understand what you're saying, because Amy did an example. She was saying that it's when you say L at the front of your tongue versus at the back of your throat, right? Mm-hmm. So she's saying, and I'm going to put it out there, that Hank Green has this.
I thought it was John. See, I don't know the difference.
So, okay, here, ooh, my blood's boiling right now.
He's getting put into a rage, as Bobby Lee would say.
Yeah, we were listening to SciShow, which Hank Green runs. Mm-hmm. And Amy said, oh, he for sure has this L impediment, you know? And Amy's speaking from a place of NSP, okay? And that is non-stuttering privilege, okay? That Hank Green has an impediment, right? Mm-hmm. And she played me a whole video of Hank Green singing L. L. It was pretty much like Hank Green's version of the fucking Umbrella song, okay? Ella, 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 A. And to Amy, Hank Green was saying, A.
Not that pronounced. But yeah, it sounds like that kind of.
So, what I heard was Hank coming out with fucking regular L's. La, 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 okay?
All right.
And then that's what I'll say there, okay?
All right.
Now, to move on to the Kickstarter. We're currently running a Kickstarter for our new graphic novel, Cherry Gilbert Necromancer. It's co-written by myself and Vita Ayala. Vita was the guest that we had previously. What's the eyebrow dance?
My nose itches.
Okay. I mean, you want to pick it?
No, it was this part.
Okay. Vita Ayala was our previous guest on this podcast for our guest episode on Friday. Mm-hmm. And we co-wrote the graphic novel. It has art by Matteo Leone, and it's currently on Kickstarter. Last night, we hit our goal. And it was earlier than I expected. Because from our first day, I could tell that we were trending toward hitting our goal during the campaign. However, we hit it with 25 days left to go. And Zach O'Connor, who's a friend of ours, what he did was he saw we were a certain distance from the goal. And at this point, I was like, all right, so we've made this much today, and that being Saturday. We'll probably hit goal by Monday. Zach went to his Twitter and Facebook, and he tweeted 10. He didn't burp, though. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
he did a little
5,
countdown, yeah.
4, 3, 2, 1. And then he tweeted and posted a picture of a bomb going off, okay? Mm-hmm. And I went to the Kickstarter, and I got an email that we were funded. And Zach, in one fell swoop, his pledge funded us.
Yeah, he finished it up for us, and that was so nice. And he just continues to be such a great supporter, even though we don't get the opportunity to see him that often, especially because I don't work at Starbucks anymore. It's just so great that he is a supporter of your work and our work, and is such a great friend. Like, I know if we never ever needed like a shoulder or anything like that, we can always hit him up, and he's just so cool. Such a great guy. So thank you so much. And everyone else, thank you, because that really was faster than usual. And
it was, yeah.
So impressive.
Yeah, we launched...
Especially in a time like this, yeah.
Oh, yeah, come on. We launched Tuesday, funded Saturday. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't a small goal either. It's $10,500. So now, anyone who backs the campaign will get the book for sure.
Totally.
Randall comments. Now that I think about it, do you think Shaggy from Scooby-Doo has a stutter? Okay? What I'm going to say is that...
I think he's just a stoner.
I was going to say, what we in the stuttering community would call Shaggy is a bitch. He's always scared is what it is.
Oh,
right?
That's why.
Yeah, he's always in these scary situations. And
that's more of like a nerves thing, when you can't catch your breath. So maybe not an impediment.
Yeah, and you know what about Shaggy and Scooby? I feel like, I'm someone who is probably more scared of ghosts and supernatural than the average person, would you say?
Oh, yeah, you're terrified of that shit.
Than the average adult, probably.
Yeah.
Okay, so in the Scooby gang, and I'm not talking the Buffy crew, but the actual Scooby gang, right? Mm-hmm. We have Daphne, right? Velma, who I had a childhood crush on, okay? Right. We have Fred, and then we have, on a different hint, and I'll say why in a second, we have Shaggy and Scooby, right? Shaggy and Scooby are far more scared of the supernatural than these three idiots, okay? Mm-hmm. Why do they still hang out with them? If I were Shaggy and Scooby, I'd be out.
Because they're friends.
Yeah, but they go looking for trouble.
They want to be part of the group.
All right.
You know? It's
See,
like,
that's
why do people be in a gang? It's dangerous. Because it's their friends.
But they're excited about it sometimes. Sometimes.
You could probably watch back and argue that they get excited. Okay,
so I think that you're saying this because you're a much more social creature than I am. And I'm much more scared than you are.
Yeah, and I don't think it has to do... Yeah, I guess it does have to do with being social because I said because they're friends. But it's true, like, I would be seeking that shit out as well.
Yeah.
And you would walk away.
Yes. I would. All right, so what I wanted to talk about, a few things. Just kind of things that we've been doing during quarantine. Okay.
I haven't been doing anything.
That's not true. You've been massively consuming media.
Well, that's embarrassing.
No. What I was going to say was that what I want to do versus what I am doing in quarantine.
Okay.
I miss reading books.
Yeah.
I have been catching up on some reading, like graphic novels. I read a Goosebumps book. The first book I ever read, I revisited with my mom. And I think we covered it on
Yeah,
the
you
podcast.
guys did a little bit of a FaceTime book club sort of thing about it because you read it at similar times.
Yeah, it was The Barking Ghost by R.L. Stine. Goosebumps number 32. And I used to be able to, my mom would go, Pat, what's Goosebumps number 16? And I would say, welcome to Horrorland. You know, or more likely, I would say, welcome to Horrorland, okay? And then she'd say, how about number 3? And I would say, Monster Blood, okay? And that's how we would do it. And
you knew all of them?
I knew every number.
Nice.
Every number. When I go hard, I go hard. But yeah, I want to read. There's a book I want to read, especially now. It's Stephen King's Lizzie story, and it's my next big goal. It's a thick boy, right?
Big hardback, yeah.
Yeah, and I used to make so much time for reading, and I just don't know how I did it in the schedule of what I was doing. As far as like, back then I was writing so many books, and I would read like at least 50 books a year. And, like, for example, when I would go on vacation, I would be, say, recently, my most recent family vacation, which was when I was like 21, 22, I went to Cancun with my cousins, my aunts and uncles, and my mom. And,
you're pretty near to me.
That's crazy, huh? Mm-hmm. I went in, I mean, I probably would have gotten in real big trouble if I would have pursued you at that point, you know?
Yeah, I wasn't legal probably.
Yeah. But I went in pools and I did like fun stuff at night, but during the day, while they went to the beach and they went like parasailing and stuff.
Like when it was hot?
Yes. I was inside in the hotel room reading, and I look back at that, and that just, even the memory brings me peace. I miss reading so much.
You loved read. Well, you still do, but I understand what you mean. Like, you have a lot of memories from your childhood that's tied to just reading. And I do too, kind of, because I remember road trips to different places in California with my family where I would always read in the car. Ooh. And you have a memory of reading in the car while your dad was driving.
I do.
And stuff. So, yeah, reading it's so serene. It's like a type of meditation, which is also a reason nowadays that it's hard for me to read, because I feel like it's so hard for me for my mind to like stay in one place.
Yes. For
a long enough time to stay focused. So it's something that I have to like retrain my brain to sit down and do. Not like relearn how to read, but relearn how to like take out the chunk of time and not be thinking in the back of my head like, oh, I should be doing this and this and this instead.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, what you're saying rings true to me, because, I mean, I don't know if we trained ourselves to do this with social media, but so many people I know, even when they're watching TV, like, there's this compulsion to always be heard. And, like, so many of my friends will watch TV and, like, live tweet what they're watching. And that makes me think, but you're not really watching them, right. You know? And that might be, like, old school of me and stuff, but I almost feel like when I go to read now, it's harder to have my mind laser focused on the story, and it's easier to drift from the words.
Yeah. Because a while back, I remember trying to read, and I was getting frustrated just because I would end up rereading a page because by the end of the page, I figured out that I wasn't even paying attention to what I was reading. I was just thinking about other stuff while I was trying to read. So
that hits me like a fucking punch to the gut. As did our conversation last night. And this
which one?
I'm unsettled by it. So last night, right? Last night I was hit by a memory of a song from my childhood.
Hit by a memory.
I was hit by a memory.
Can you tell he's a writer?
Thank you, first of all. I am, and you can support my work on Kickstarter right now. Cherry Gilbert Necromancer. Already funded. What are you doing?
These are all around our apartment. And if you're only listening,
oh my god.
This is a Breathe Right nose strip, okay?
Breathe Right. Yeah.
And we have a few trash cans. But our apartment's covered in these, and they're super sticky, so they never come off unless you peel them off. And they smell like lavender.
So why are you complaining if it smells like lavender?
I'm not complaining. I just thought it was interesting. I just looked down. Because usually it's on the bedhead.
Right.
Is where the collection of them are.
Yeah.
A lot of them. But I just looked down and I saw this one right here on the table. It's beautiful.
Here's what I do when I wake up, okay? And sometimes it'll happen before I really wake up. I'll do it unconsciously. Say, all right, picture me down, right? I'm lying in bed like this, okay? I'm sleeping.
Like a mummy?
No, just... All right.
With your arms crossed?
Like this, okay?
Like a soldier?
Actually,
I know what you're really like, but I can't do an impression.
I'll try again, okay? I'm like this, and my right leg is crossed all over my left leg, right? Is that true?
Yeah, you sleep with a knee up. It's so weird.
All right, so I'm laying down, right? And
that's better.
Either waking up or kind of even still asleep, I'll go like this. I'll peel my nose strip off and I'll just put it on the bed. Oh man! If I remember, I'll edit in a picture of all my.
No, tomorrow morning I'm gonna take a video of it.
Oh my god! Yeah, that's what I do. Okay.
I know.
Do you want to get into an argument about it or what?
No, I just wanted them to know.
Okay, good.
And now they do.
Because now it's about to be an argument, though. I remember this song from my childhood. I was hit with the memory, you know, and I wanted to see if Amy shared the same childhood memory. And first, I'll tell a story, and then you tell your version, okay?
I still have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, you will as soon as I say this next part.
Okay.
I said, Amy, I was like, hey, I was like, hey, do you remember this song? And I sang, Skinnamarink dinky dink, Skinnamarink doo. And then I said, what's the next line? And you said...
I said, I don't know.
And I said, you don't know? And then I played the song.
Yeah.
And I sang, Skinnamarink dinky dink, Skinnamarink doo. I love you. And and you said that you remembered it, okay? And then you said the most bullshit fucking thing I ever heard. And I want you to say it right now.
It has the same tune as the ants go marching.
No. See, this is how... You make me look like an idiot in these stories. No! What Amy really said...
really make you look like an idiot when it's my turn.
What Amy said was the reason I didn't figure it out was because I sang it to the melody of the ants go marching in.
Yep.
The ants go marching under my one, hurrah, ba 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 ba. And here's something that's a little damning, okay? What I do is I whistle that song around the house all day. I'll go...
Which means that you're probably super likely to sing the same melody to different words.
So, okay, I'll let you tell your version now, and then I'll wrap it up.
Okay. Listen. Has anyone ever sang a song to you, tried to sing a song to you, and then you're like, I don't recognize that song because they're like not in the right tune or it's the wrong melody? That's what happened to me last night. I don't think I've ever heard that Skinnamarink song or whatever in my life. I don't think I have.
But you recognized it when I played the song.
I recognized the tune that you were singing, which was the Ants Go Marching One by One. That's it.
That's your whole rebuttal?
Yeah. It's your fault I didn't recognize.
So, here we go.
Or it's your fault that I recognized anything at all.
Okay.
Or else I would have been like, no, I don't recognize that. But instead, I recognized it because it reminded me, because it was the Ants Go Marching One by One tune.
What happened?
This doesn't even make sense anymore.
No, it does. Why doesn't it make sense?
I don't even follow this story anymore.
It's very straightforward. It's a very straightforward
Then
story.
we tried singing them.
That's what it was. This is how I won the argument, is how I feel. For a time, I couldn't figure out how
This is what Pat said. He said, do you remember this song?
Don't do it.
Skinnamarink-a-dinky-dink-a-doo. That's literally the Ants Go Marching. So I heard that tune. I was like, why do I recognize that? Oh, yeah, because it's the Ants Go Marching One by One with different words for some reason. I didn't hear that one before. And then he looks up the other song. I'm like, well, that's not what you sang, but... So...
No,
That's what happens. Literally what happened to me. We need to install some hidden cameras in this bitch because you're a liar.
All right. I have to say this. The way that you're telling the story right now, if I were just a viewer, I would believe you.
Because that's what fucking happened. That's why they would believe me, because that's the truth.
Here's how though I know that I'm right. Okay.
I know how you know you're right.
Because
you always know.
No, I don't.
I'm just playing.
The truth is, and you just fucking stabbed me in the gut, because that's a Shan flaw in our family, is that the Shan men have to always be right. Like, they'll argue over like where a street sign is, and then they'll fucking drive to the street sign. And I've always been like, I'll watch these men, and what I'll do is the second I know I'm wrong about something, I'll be like, excuse me, I was wrong about that. Is that not true?
No, you always say you're wrong as soon as you know it. So I was just kidding.
And I'm wrong maybe like 35% of the time.
Okay.
But this time, nope. Because what it was, and I love you, Amy, is that you were sitting by your bong smoking just tobacco.
I was in my office.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what you call it, in your office. And I was on the bed where I usually sleep and where I secretly masturbated right before I showered.
Where you usually sleep on the bed?
I'm glad that's the part that
where you usually sleep.
Yeah, I'm glad that's the part that you picked out.
I know, it's not a secretly. Well, I guess it is because I don't know like when.
Yeah,
but it's not a secret that you know.
About an hour and 20 minutes ago.
Very good. That's pretty sketchy. What if I just walked in there? What would you do? You just did. You knew I wasn't gonna get up off the couch or something.
No.
Or where was I?
We're here.
Oh.
It was right spur of the moment.
Oh, okay.
And plus,
I always wait till you're like asleep, or I pretend I'm just taking a shower and that's it, or I wait till you go out for some reason.
Right, because I wouldn't be embarrassed if you called me in there. I would be embarrassed if you called me like in a prepared situation where I'm like taking myself out.
On a date?
Like the lube and stuff, like a video.
Gotcha.
Here was just like, you know. Mm-hmm. So what happened was Amy was like, you sang that fucking song to the Ants Go Marching In, okay?
Yeah.
And my rebuttal was that I don't know how to put those words to it. And I struggled so hard. I was like, Skinnamarink, Skinnamarink, and then I hit it. And about 5 minutes later, I was like, Skinnamarink, dinky dink a do, Skinnamarink, dinky dink a do.
Yeah, then he couldn't stop.
Yeah. I mean, now it fits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The end.
But more on the Ants Go Marching In, though, okay? I want to kind of expose myself here. And I know that I expose myself probably maybe a bit too much sometimes. But 4 years, I was ashamed to admit I used to record rap songs. Because I wasn't that good, is how I feel. And I was always scared that some were going to come out and people would go, oh, that's Pat Shan's rap song, one of the like 700 that he made. And he sucks, you know? I was rapping from when I was like ages 12 to 18. Mm-hmm. And I was in a rap group with my childhood friends called the Honkies. Okay, D-A Honkies, Honkeys. And I just have a few little quick vignettes about the Honkies. Okay, just to get the anti marching in purged from my system. Okay, we had a song that we never recorded, one that we rehearsed a few times and planned to record, but it just never happened. Okay. It was. And I was like in 8th grade. The oldest of us, Chris, was a senior in high school. And the middle Bri was, I believe, maybe a sophomore or junior. And the song went to the tune of the ants go marching in, okay? And I didn't know that back then. I thought it was just like, I only knew, dun, 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 dun. I didn't know what it was. And the song was... the Honkies declare, war on your ass, hurrah, hurrah. The Honkies declare, war on your ass, hurrah, hurrah. The Honks declare, war on your ass, we'll shred you up and smoke the grass. The Honkies declare war, da-da-da-da.
Wow.
Yep.
That was beautiful.
Thank you. I never had a rap part to it yet. Mm-hmm. We just had the hook that we were perfecting, and Brad was making the beat on his little keyboard. What we would do is we would put a stereo recorder on the pool table next to the piano, and Brad would play it while we rapped, and we would do it like live. Like there was no like mixing back then; it was just straight onto a cassette.
That's cool.
Yep, and
that's old school.
Oh yeah, it was the 90s, you know. Mm-hmm. We two things about the cassette. We made it was called AVHD, a very honky demo, okay? And there were like 5 songs on it, including 3 Little White Thugs, My Brothers and My Honkies, and School Sucks was one. And that chorus actually fucking rips, you know? The chorus was someone's coming to an end, you know what that means. No more hanging with your friends and sunshine's never seen. There's another year to summer, but there's something coming up. School, I hate it. School sucks. Okay. But I was staggeringly proud of the Honkies' achievement. Mm-hmm. And what we would do is we would go out in the town and like fucking Radio Raheem, right? I had a stereo like this, and I would play our music, and the music was not the best. Okay. And I remember one time we were walking through Freeport. And I remember the exact phrase, the exact tone of it all. Someone shouts out, "Turn that shit off!"
Someone was not a fan?
I did turn it off then. I was scared.
Yeah.
I did. And then one more embarrassing moment, okay? There was a lyric, and remember, this was 7th grade, okay? Mm-hmm. There's a lyric in 3 Little White Thugs that I was afraid was racial. Okay? And it was our first song of all time, ever. And I had this one cassette that had the song 100 times. Mm-hmm. Just back to back to back. 3 Little White Thugs. Over and over and over and over again.
Okay.
And my friend Kareem was over, you know? And what I would do is I was playing the song on a loop. It must have been like fucking torture for him, you know? The lyrics to the song go, 3 little white thugs got each other's backs. Living in the ghetto don't get us off track. You know, when a gang war, we got to bust a cap. You mess with one of us and you're falling in a trap. Okay? Then my verse goes, my name is Patrick, but they call me Fat Chick. I take kung fu on the karate attack. By the way I'm dressed, you thought I was black. Okay? And at that time, Kareem was over, and I was like, oh shit, the word is African American. I had to bleep out black. Okay? So what I did was, I stood by the radio. I played it. I don't know what he must have thought.
Why don't you just turn the whole thing off?
That's how I was proud. But that's what I would do now, you know. But back then, I took the volume, and it was, my name is Patrick, but they call me Fat Chick. I take kung fu. I'm the karate attack. From the way I dress, you thought I...
Oh my god!
Every time.
Like a DJ.
Yep, every time. And then one time, the doorbell rang, and it played.
Oh wow!
And you know what? Kareem didn't say anything because black isn't a bad thing to say.
Right.
Okay. But I was scared. It was like,
yeah.
I was like,
respectful of you.
Yeah.
You didn't know.
But yeah, foolish times, you know.
It's funny.
I
have a couple music making stories.
Please, yeah, please.
Only two that I can think of. When I was younger, I had a best friend that lived down the street named Shannon that I would spend the night at her house like every weekend, and we would spend like half the week at each other's place, basically after school. She had a little brother that was friends with my brother. Her parents were friends with my parents. We were like sisters.
Was this who you were in love with?
No.
Okay.
Which one is that?
I feel like there was one girl who like you realized that you like put a lot of emotional energy into.
Yep. Remember? Yeah. I know what you're talking about. No.
Okay.
So anyway.
God damn. Okay.
We would make songs and we would make dances that go with them. We were really inspired because we were younger by like the Lizzie McGuire movie, like that pop style, star, bubbly, like da-da-da, bubblegum pop, whatever. So we'd make songs like that and dances to them and pretend. We didn't record anything because I was like 10 or 11. Then I think it was with that same girl. One time I took a trip to Legoland and I was super, super stoked because in one of the stores there was like a little booth where you could actually record a cover of a song. And there like basically it was like a karaoke list.
Okay.
You'd pick a song, you'd go in there, put the headphones on, and you'd sing the song. And then at the end you'd get a disc.
That's pretty high tech.
Yeah, it was a CD of, the song that you made. And
wow.
I did a Destiny's Child song.
Which song?
Emotions.
Can you sing a little bit of it?
No.
Why? Come on, it's just like 2 bars.
I can't think of it's just emotions taking me over. Yeah, it's a cover.
Yeah.
I think it's like Temptations cover or something.
Okay.
But anyway, since there was more than one person in the song, I brought Shannon into the booth and had her be one of the girls, and it was super fun. I wish I still had that CD.
Me too. I'll put it right here.
There's a bunch of stuff I wish I still had.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my music making memories,
Beautiful.
From the early times.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
How many of my rap songs have I played for you? Like 1 or 2?
Yeah, I've heard a couple.
Yeah. I'd be too scared to play the rest.
Why not?
Some are very vulgar, okay?
So you were a child juice.
If 18 still considered a child, yeah.
Mm. Yeah, it is.
Those were the more vulgar ones.
Mm-hmm.
There's one that goes like, I twist the sticky icky. I make biddies titties sticky.
Oh. What is biddies titties?
Biddy is like girl and titty is like breasts.
I know that part, okay?
Yeah.
Thank you.
And do you know the truth was back then? I didn't do that,
Well, yeah, that's like why you were rapping about it.
Yeah.
Because you wanted to.
Yes. So. Oh, good times. Now, hold on, we have some comments because I'm scared of the next topic. We have Warhol, Franchos Bartholomew says,
write the topics.
Sup, Pat? Hope all is great, brother. Wish we had still had the horror films from back in the day. Oh, dude. Oh, that's a fun thing to talk about. Yeah, we would made horror films,
mm-hmm.
and I actually told you a story recently that I'm not going to tell on the podcast, mm-hmm. but of a song that one of the actors and myself had while filming. And it was just very like what we would do is we had no script. We would film a scene and then build from that. We filmed like we rehearse and then film each scene. And we had this one called the
one. Sorry.
Our biggest one was called The Bullets Who Cried Ghost 2. The first one was a very brief, like 5-minute film that my dad actually filmed, and we were so young. I wish I had these films.
That's how I feel about stuff.
Oh yeah, it's so much that I wish I had. And yeah, it was just fun times making those.
Totally.
It really was. But the topic that I'm scared about is a few days ago, a rapper named Fred the Godson died from the coronavirus.
For sure.
And I'm a fan of his, a listener of his, and he was one of the first people that I'd heard of who I knew about, right? Actually, hold on, pause. Warhol in the comments puts it's Russ, by the way. I was thinking it was you, actually, Russell, because there's not many that were in those films that remember those days. And Russell's part of this film was so fucking funny. Basically, I'll just do a short plot. The short plot is that we were these kids who were being stalked by this like zombie ghost guy, and when he would attack our friends, he would then turn them into that. And Brian and I were on the run, and we were in these woods, and we ran into Russ, who was like a man who lived in the woods.
Okay.
And oh man,
a woodsman.
Yes. So such a weird and funny movie, you know. And there was this one scene where we just played kickball at home. All right. So Fred the Godson passed away, and he was one of the first people I heard of who had it at all. And it had been a while. He posted in March this picture of him on the oxygen machine, and I was like praying for him every night, you know, because he's a very uniquely talented artist. And I was just devastated to see that he had died. And I thought it would be cool if we can do it and not get too sad, if we could listen to that video of his and like cut it up throughout the podcast, you know?
Sure.
Do you want to do that?
Yeah. So that for copyright?
Yeah, well, for copyright. I mean, we'll just pause every now and then, you know?
Okay, yeah.
Like the same way that we used to do the reaction
Reviews
videos.
And reactions.
Yeah. And when it happened, I couldn't even talk about it. Like I just went upstairs because just too sad. And like he's young, he's not much older than me, and at the same time too, another artist that I follow, Scarface. You know his song "Smile" with Tupac. Has it and is on dialysis from kidney failure because of it. And he's been a rapper, a famous rapper, as long as I've been listening to music. And yeah, he's just someone that I hope that we don't lose, you know?
Right.
But yeah, let's listen to that Fred video. And this is going to be, all right, couple things. One, I'm going to purposely choose to not monetize this video just because, you know, out of respect, I don't want to get as little money as we would get from a podcast watch.
Right.
I don't want to monetize this video. And also, this is going to get the video claimed anyway. And I'll just break it up enough so that they don't pull it down. They being Hot 97. Because this is a freestyle that Fred did on Hot 97. Okay? And just, I'm in awe of the wordplay and just overall the bars. His punchlines, though, he puts words together in a way unlike anybody else. Almost every line has me like, oh, how did you turn that phrase the way
and
that you
on the
did?
spot too is so crazy sometimes. It blows my mind with these people, these rappers and stuff. Like, it's crazy. Anyways.
Okay. Right. Fred! Let's do it. Alright, Fleck. Let's go! We still strive for perfection. Shout out to New York, I like the direction. Woo! On the phone with my brother, he in correction. My bar's up, we'll always have a connection. Glock for protection, act big, get your Coogee clap. Red dot him from the phone like it's Google Maps. You can rap, but I'm harder. Why I run up on your range, turn it to Lil Wayne and give your Carter 5. And sometimes, guy next to him, Funk Flex. I mean, Funk Flex has been a fixture in New York. I don't know why I'm on the fucking mouse pad, like tickling Funk Flex over here. He has been a fixture in New York for a long time. He's heard everything. Watching him, you can tell when he really is interested in an artist. The way that he looks right now, watching Fred, is how I've seen him with Young M.A.,
and Fred, and that is it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks really excited.
Part of my different delivery. That crack house in the Bronx is what it did to me. Now we let the bass cook to show the white girl. So she'll network like Twitter and Facebook. It's my word, we had 7 to scale. Used to work with a bird like Kevin McHale. You get it? Now you got the Danny's, Perks, and Oxycontins. Youngin told me, Fred, it works, the block is rocking. Who am I to tell them different? These rappers far from nice. Who am I to tell a distance? Hearing what you write, I don't know why you so persistent. See me have your budget, I make it be of assistance. Past bars I'm in, they call your girl Kim, cause every time the car dash she in.
Come on, you know?
Sidebar, that's a really cool necklace.
Yeah, Come on, though, you know?
Yeah, he's so talented.
And, this is just one of those verses where you can't pause and appreciate every line, because every line is a bar, okay? If you don't know about Fred, watch these videos. Listen to his songs too, but seeing him do these verses live on the mic in front of people is where he seems to be. I mean, he's the best. He's the best.
Word clips well. 2 guns named Kelly and B, so it won't be a misstep.
You know? You know what I mean?
Totally.
2 guns named Kelly and B, so there won't be a missed shell? Come on, you know? Come on.
Y'all can't be talking to me. After my show, I have to be forced in the V. King of New York, Christopher walking at me. Biggie and Pumbo, Christopher's walking at me.
That line, the play on Christopher Walken, like both Christophers walking in me, to do that line so close to the Kardashian and Miss Shell line, it's just, that would be the pinnacle of another rapper's whole verse, but those came ba ba ba.
Right.
You know?
How does he not write this stuff beforehand?
I mean, what I think that these freestyles are is, it's a verse that they have. It's prepared.
Yeah, or maybe even like, that's what I think too.
Yeah.
Is like, they've been writing and journaling and stuff for so long that they have like almost like a bank of even like bars that they can like put together and stuff.
Yeah.
But even to have it flow so well like that, just on the spot with whatever beat, is so cool to me.
Right.
I wish I could do that.
I think, my understanding is just, I think that there's a song that has this verse in it, or aspects of this verse. I'm not sure if it's the whole verse, but yeah, it's just like Token, you know, that they go on the radio and they have these prepared verses, but the way that they'll do it over the beats they choose, it's as if they've tailored the song to the beat. It's like they're pulling from the library of all their bars and just putting out their best effort here, you know?
New body Tahoe, the block swerving. Since March nights, never did like the box of bourbon. Now you got something bright with high beams, or get a clear drop and call it the Vizine. What y'all looking for? Can't Fred the God spit bars anymore. Let my flow sag down to the floor. Have y'all thinking about a metaphor? Nah, flex, they don't want to hear it. They can't get near it, so they fear. So I'm riding on niggas who interfering. Won't stop till you pussies bleed. Period.
What I like about how he does this too is that a lot of people who go on, and I say people because not only rappers do it, actors will go on Sway's show, know that they want to do bars. Like Wayne Brady did this, you know? But there's always like, what I feel I see in a lot of these is someone with something to prove. I don't see that in this. It looks like he's just having a really good time.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, he just looks like he's killing it, and just like, it's so easy for him is what he makes it look like.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks very, I mean, it's butter smooth, and it looks like this is what he loves to do, you know?
Punching, a bit stopping. Like Chris Paul, I might clip it or rock it. Lawyer paid that. Waving with battery, Radio Raheem and the Asians. I do the right thing when I write things. Try and stay true, that's the right thing. Watching CNN, that's my wife thing. I'm Nori, I'm bumping CNN while bagging up the white thing.
Wow.
Product of the ghetto though. The D's on our heels and we still let those go. Hills, notice I said stiletto. Still, long nose, the pedal to the metal. You in a race with the devil, get you erased in that Louis. You in LV, I'm the rebel. Yes, armrest in the Buick. Might be the best that ever do it.
I gotta pause now just so we don't get claimed, but it's just, yeah, it's impossible to stop it and analyze every bar. It's impossible to stop it, you know?
I want to be that guy on the side that's like, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And he comes in and has a pretty cool part too. But man, yeah, just.
That was lit.
Yeah. Just, I'll do one more little section and then we'll move on.
Where it goes in. I'm going to rap tours till you find a garage to put the rolls in. Tell your entourage I goes in. Shooters outside your aunt's garage. You owe him. What you expect? Every shot of B silent. You in debt. In debt, the B is silent. And then the BX, we know for being valid. Clap that heat. Everybody they gon' squeeze. Like cheap ass seeds. Everybody he knows bleed. We gon' see. New York City, I want your flow needs.
All right.
He's from New York.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'll stop it there just because, you know, it's the video goes on and I want this podcast to be put out. I don't want it to get pulled down and I don't want to keep stopping it either. But yeah, no, I thought this is something that people should watch in full. I'll put the link to this video there, but there's many more of these. And he has a library of music that you should listen to. Hold on. I think that the computer's unplugged. There we go. He has a library of music that you should listen to. You know, in some ways, you know, artists who are underground, like Fred, seem to always rise a bit in popularity when they die. Like, honestly, this is more of the music that I gravitate toward to in rap. So I didn't really give Triple X a chance when he was alive. But I remember when he died, Amy put on his music. It was our first time hearing, besides a song here and there, it was the first time hearing a project from XXXTentacion. Mm-hmm. The day after, or the day that he died. And we were driving, and when I heard it, I teared up a little bit, you know? But Fred is someone who I hope someone else has that experience for, where they could dive into his music. Now that he's gone, don't be afraid to be someone who didn't know about him before. Just dive in, you know? There's good stuff there. It's, yeah, like you said, he's from New York. It's a very New York sound. It's someone who was doing that classic New York sound in a modern era, and yeah, he's someone that should be remembered. You know,
beautiful tribute.
Yeah, and please, if you're the praying type, pray for Scarface. You know, if you want to send him any positivity. Online, on Instagram, on Twitter, he's Brother Mob. He is the definition of a rap veteran. His album, The Fix, it's choice, okay? Yeah, please, if you're someone who listens to this music and appreciates this music, keep Scarface in your thoughts. Now, let's move on to something a bit lighter for the end of the podcast. We've been going for almost an hour, but I want to talk a little bit about a show that you've been watching called Married at First Sight. Okay, now Amy has been just powering through shows. Okay, but this is one that the concept. I mean, she's watched some wild concepts. She's watched 90 Day Fiancé, and if you could briefly describe that concept.
90 Day Fiancé. Well, I have like a mix of the TV that I like to watch.
Yeah.
I like to watch like really heavy dramas and crime shows, and then that are fictional. And then, like, I recently watched Big Little Lies on HBO, which was really good. And we're watching Modern Family right now. But then also, I mix it up with, like, reality TV. But my favorite kind of reality TV is, like, dating shows. Like, weird dating shows. Not just, like, you know, matching people up for a first date. That's, like, fun. And then remember, like, in the past, there was dating shows where it's, like, they would all stand on the podium and, like, ask questions.
Oh, yeah.
Like that. Not that shit. I'm not into that. But, like, it looked like Jeopardy.
Yes.
So, anyway. 90 Day Fiancé is a show on TLC. And it's about people that are already when they sign up to be on the show, they're already in a relationship with somebody who is a citizen of another country. So the show helps them, I guess, with, like, they follow them around for a bit and they help them with travel plans and things like that and stuff. And the 90 Day Fiancé thing is they get them together in the United States, and there's the fiancé visa is 90 days long. So they essentially follow them the 90 days that they're in the United States together during the process to see if they can, or if they're still willing to, at the end of the 90 days, get married.
Right.
So they end up, like, telling their family about it, and it's, like, super interesting and kind of unique and stuff. But it's not as unique and rare as I would have thought.
Well, yeah, because watch, 90 Day Fiancé, to someone who isn't initiated like you, right? The shocking thing when you first hear about it is, oh, they're going to marry someone who they just met and have only known for 90 days. Mm-hmm. That's the shocker. Now, this next show that you've been watching, Married at First Sight, takes that shock and fucking drags it to fucking hell, okay? What is the concept of Married at First Sight?
Married at First Sight, it's like...
You say it like you're writing an essay about it.
Because I'm embarrassed to be so into all of these shows.
That's why you said that you watch Big Little Lies.
Yeah, because I want to make sure that everyone knows that
you're smart.
That's not, like, the only thing I watch. I just watch it to, like, numb my mind.
It's a true guilty pleasure of yours.
Exactly.
I just got real, I'm not even going to say it. Go on.
What?
I mispronounced pleasure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I said pleasure.
Pleasure. Yeah. What was I saying? Married at First Sight is on Lifetime, and it's a group of quote-unquote experts, 3 experts.
3 fucking clowns. One of them is named Dr. Pepper.
She's a sociologist.
Yeah, but her name... All right, Pepper's her first name. Mm-hmm. She's the last name. But
Pepper Schwartz.
She introduces I'm Dr. Pepper, she says.
They call her Dr. Pepper, yeah.
Dude, come on. Okay, I'm sorry, continue.
So... that's one of them, and there's 2 others.
Yes.
And they interview a series of, like, thousands and thousands of people. They go to a different state each season. And at the end of all of the interviews, they do psychologic evaluations. They do, like, questionnaires about things that they're looking for in a partner, religious and spiritual evaluations. Basically, they try to get to know these people super well as they dwindle down to the smaller and smaller group of people.
Yeah.
And by the end of the process, they pick 6 to 8 individuals. It's basically 3 to 4 couples that they think are made of 2 people that are genuinely super compatible in, like, what they want in life, what they're looking for, if they want kids, what they do, their socioeconomic status, how they live, as far as, like, even how messy they are and stuff like that. Because they'll go and look at their place once they've been chosen. The sociologist, she'll go to their homes individually and, like, basically do a room rater shit with them. So then, once the couples are chosen, they have to sign this, like, contract thing, and they're sat down and they're told, like, listen, we found you a match. But the kicker is they're not even allowed to see a picture of the person that they're going to marry. They don't know their name. They don't know what they look like. They don't know, like, anything about them at all, except for that according to these experts,
Yeah.
they're super compatible as people.
Get mad, yeah.
And the other thing that the people have in common, most importantly, according to the show, is that they know the circumstances, which are the day that they meet is the day of the wedding. And they meet while she's walking down the aisle, is the first time they see each other. And then they're legally bound, and the day they meet, they're married. And then they have an 8-week process, which includes a honeymoon, moving in together, therapy sessions, and this and that. And at the end of the 8 weeks, they can either stay married or they have to go through a real legal divorce.
The extent to which they one-upped 90 Day Fiancé is incredible.
Because 90 Day Fiancé is different because the people have met on their own accord. Sometimes it's a guy that went to Puerto Rico before or some other place and met someone, like fell in love pretty quickly, you know, and now they're in a long-distance relationship and they want to do this 90 Day Fiancé thing. Other people have an online relationship. It's not the show that sets these people up.
Right. Basically, 90 Day Fiancé, they put these people in a situation where because of a visa, you have to get married in 90 days or you don't. And if you don't, you can just keep dating.
Right. No, they have to like move back to their country.
Right, but there was that one couple, they went on 2 different seasons.
Yeah.
You know, so they don't break up. But with Married at First Sight, the whole shit, the first meeting, the marriage, and the divorce, 8 weeks. 2 months.
And then you come out of it, if anything, then you have a divorce on your record.
Yeah.
But that, to me, that doesn't matter that much as far as if someone says, like, oh, you have a divorce on your record, and then they say, like, oh, I signed up for this show before, and this is how it went down. It was 2 months long. Then I'd be like, oh, that's crazy, but, like, it wouldn't make me as emotionally concerned as, like, oh, I was married for, like, 10 years, and we got a divorce.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That would be more baggage
I
than
know what you mean, yeah.
I did a show where they made me legally get married.
Right.
And then I ended that.
You know, when you said about all the work that the three, you know, Dr. Pepper, a preacher who's probably going to hell, okay?
Well, he's a marriage therapist / pastor, yeah.
Okay. These three experts go through lengths to pick the right couples.
Right. Sometimes they do a shitty job of picking
I'm
them.
about to say, what it seems like their process is this. You.
No, they do try their best. And sometimes I feel like the people that are being interviewed and stuff for the show, they want to be on TV and like want to be on a show a lot, that they try to answer questions that the answers are right and not true. For example, in season 4, they made a pretty good match, except for when they said, how often do you smoke pot? His answer was occasionally. To him, occasionally meant twice a day.
Yeah.
That's not occasionally. And so she, in the very beginning, wanted to be married to someone who doesn't smoke pot twice a day.
Yeah.
And that, like, I smoke pot 8-9 times a day, so I can't judge him at all. But she's a flight attendant. She's doing her own thing. She already has her life, and she had a vision in mind, and it wasn't that at all. And if they had known he smokes twice a day, they would have never matched him. But he lied about it. He said occasionally. Yeah,
but here's what it is, though. If they're experts, they should have a follow-up question. They should be able to get the information out. I feel, though, that they purposely don't
They're learning.
to make it dramatic.
But season 4, they didn't do any of the interviews on the show. By season 9, they're showing all of the people that filter through the interviews and stuff like that, like an American Idol show. Like the very first episode, it's cool. A bunch of people that don't make it on the show that talk about like why they're on the show and what they want, stuff like that. And I like that because it shows like who the people are and why they were picked too.
Yeah.
But right now it's just like, because now I'm looking back at like the oldest seasons and stuff, and it's like, you look at it and it's like, how the hell did they pick these two?
Yeah.
Because you don't know what they answered to their questions.
There's something that I want to say that I read about the show that's just so fucking funny to me. It's about the girl, the perfect girl from season 9 or 10?
9 is... Who's the perfect girl?
What's her name? Brown hair. The one that I love.
Oh, the one you like, Amber.
Amber's her name, okay?
She got fucked, yo.
All right.
That's where the experts really messed up.
She got fucked more than you know.
And also...
married. All right.
Remember how he said he wanted to stay in town and start a business with his friend?
Yes.
In the 8 weeks that they were in town, all he did was start a bank account. That's the one thing he did to start his business with his friend.
Oh, yeah. So this girl's named Amber Bowles.
Okay.
Okay? This is her right here. I love this girl, okay? She's a contestant on Married at First Sight. And
is that her man?
Well, check this out. She,
way hotter than the last guy.
She ended up, I'm not sure if she's with or she's being seen with, and this is about as gossipy as we get, right?
This is my favorite
with
shit.
a different contestant from the previous season.
Really?
Yes. And someone asked her a racist question in one of the interviews and said, is it going to be weird for her dating a black man? And you know what she said? This is why I'm telling you, those experts are full of fucking shit.
She asked for that.
She specifically asked for that.
Well, maybe
and
no
you know what
black
they gave her?
guys said they wanted to be with a 5'2" white chick.
But what they gave her when she requested a black man is hilarious. They gave her a white guy who plays basketball. That's fucked.
That is funny. It's the closest they could get.
That's so weird, you know? Give her that guy.
Yeah.
It didn't work out from season 8 for this gentleman here.
But maybe the experts thought that she was more open-minded. Like, yeah, I want to be... Like, yeah, she's attracted to that, but she was looking for marriage and stuff. So if he has all these other qualities and he's also... Like for example, I also watched Love is Blind. That Lauren, she's African-American. She's a black chick. Beautiful black woman.
Yeah.
She ended up with Cam. He's tall, redheaded guy.
Right, but I'll just...
She never, ever would have expected that.
Right, but she wouldn't have expected it. But what I'm saying is...
You can't get everything you want.
There's no evidence that she ever, in her interview, said specifically, I don't want a white guy. But Amber Bowles, who was very beautiful, I'm going to say again, okay, had a request, and these judges, I feel, is what I think.
So you're thinking that instead of saying that I'm open to dating a black guy, she said I don't want to date a white guy?
No. Her interviews, she specifically requested a black man. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
What I feel that these judges do, and I think that this is why you love the show so much, they pick a good match that's imperfect on purpose. Because if it was a perfect match, it wouldn't be on the show.
To go through.
It wouldn't be on the show.
Yeah, there wouldn't be any conflict.
Yeah.
To like overcome.
That's all I'm saying.
I just think it's impossible to have no conflict at all. I just don't know if that's the full story.
You and I have had no conflict until the fucking Skinnamarink dinky ding shit.
I don't know how someone can go into an interview and be so specific as to be like, don't give me anything but a black guy. That sounds bad on her part.
No, I don't think she said that. I just think that...
You said she specifically requested to be with a black guy. That sounds like she went to like a man market.
We can get into
like I have, everyone has specific requests of like who they want to, have sex with and stuff. But that's not how like love and marriage works, I don't think. That's their point.
I think that you just don't like her because I love her, okay?
Oh, no, I like her a lot. I felt really bad for her when that went down because I was like, oh, shit, this sucks. I can't believe that they picked a guy that would be so, like, blatantly rude about the rules of the show, not only marriage, But anyways, we're down to 3 viewers, so we should talk about this off the air.
Well, no, 3, don't ever say that on live, okay?
I'm sorry.
Because it's just live. This is going to be on YouTube, okay?
Okay.
How fucking dare you, okay?
I'm sorry, cut it out.
No. Okay, anything out. Except
cut your shit out.
Except what I'm requested to cut out, But I'm not cutting your shit out. What
I
else?
don't mind Amber. You could call her up now, take her on a date.
Oh my god. Amber...
She's shorter than you.
Amber I love, and Esther Bravitsky I love. Mm-hmm. Esther Bravitsky is a comedian.
But you have clutter. You have... okay, on one table right next to you, I see a trophy, which is embarrassing and weird.
I love her, okay?
I know.
And there we go.
I think it's cute.
Very good. and I think it's cute that you love Baby Goth.
No, you don't. It's the difference between me and you.
Oh, wow. About 5 bank accounts, 3 ounces, and 2 vehicles. Okay? Mm-hmm. I think it's cute that you love the girl from the movie with Pete Davidson, where he spits, is how you remember it. What's it called?
Big Time Adolescence.
Big Time. That's a good movie.
It's great.
And she's also in the show Infanticide, right? It's called?
Oh, yeah. No, what?
Euphoria. Okay.
Euphoria.
Yeah. What do you like about her physically?
Her name's Syd Sweeney. Look her up.
What do you like about her?
She's beautiful.
Any details?
Everything. I like everything.
Okay.
Her big bug eyes.
Okay.
Her big bug boobs.
Okay.
And her tiny little waist.
Yes.
And she's probably pretty short. She's hot as fuck.
Her face reminds me of...
Can't even talk about it. Remember when you...
See, I don't mind that.
Remember you came out into the kitchen and I was like explaining her to you and I was like, my heart's racing.
Yeah. See, no, that I don't mind. Because she's respectable.
Because you also are attracted to her. But that's not fair. Just respect me.
I respect you.
Just respect what I'm attracted to.
I do.
No, you don't. The only reason that you are okay
Yeah.
with me being attracted to Syd Sweeney
Roast me.
is because you also think she's attractive.
There are women, okay, who you find attractive, who I don't, who I respect you about it.
Like who?
We'll go through a lit. We'll show me pictures. I'll be like, I respect you for that. Okay?
I doubt it.
No. I don't doubt it.
Okay.
I'm telling you for real.
Plus, it doesn't even matter.
This is how I feel. This is the real deal. This is a honky song. This is how I feel. Bry's getting killed. That was my diss to Bry. Because Bry one time, he split off from our company, Big Honky Inc. And he started the Real Deal Records, okay?
Oh,
and
beef.
I gathered all the children in our neighborhood, and they each had a verse in the song. And I would go in the chorus, this is how I feel. This is the real deal. This is how I feel. Bry's getting killed. This is how I feel. You are the whack deal, because he was Real Deal Records. You are the whack deal. This is how I feel. Bry's getting killed. And then Antoine, who was on the podcast, would come in with his part. And he would go, my name is Antoine, but they call me Ant. I wear small shirts and really tight pants. And if I see a bride, I'll poke him in the eye.
Dude,
okay?
Beautiful.
I think that'll be it for today.
Lovely.
I love you so much.
I love you.
I'm proud that I was able to get through the serious part of the podcast without tearing up, you know? Before, when I first heard about it, I was just upstairs weeping. I didn't even want to tell you about it.
I know.
I didn't want to tell you about it. And I know that you hadn't like heard his music. I still didn't even want to say it. Because like, I didn't want to like introduce an artist to you and like be crying about it.
Right. And
saying that, oh yeah, by the way, he has passed, you know? But now I want to do that. So now listen to the music, everybody.
Well, that's the great thing is that he left a legacy, you know?
Yeah.
A beautiful legacy of art. He also, you know, has 2 kids and a wife, so.
Yeah, and, just...
So appreciate and love the legacy.
Yeah, appreciate and stay safe out there, because this is real. This is really happening. You know, we mostly joke on the podcast about my old former career as a rapper. Skinnamarink, dinky dink, a do, that shit. What else we talked about? We talked about Married at First Sight.
The whole podcast right now.
What?
Nothing.
You're such bullshit, though, you know? Talked about our crushes. I'm okay with yours, for real. And that's it. Thank you for watching, and stay safe.
Stay safe, you guys. We'll see you soon. Thank you.
It should have ended when I said it.
Nope, I'm the last word. Bye. Space between.